In the name of Allah, the All-Beneficent, the All-Merciful.
Praise be to Allah for that which He bestowed upon us, and thanks be to Him for all that which He inspired, and commended in His name for that which He provided. Form prevalent favours which He created, and abundant benefactions which He offered, and perfect grants which He presented. Such benefactions that their number is much too plentiful to compute, bounties too vast to measure, their limit was too distant to realize. He recommended to them, His creatures, to gain more of His benefaction by being grateful for their continuity. He ordained Himself praiseworthy by giving generously to His creatures. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who is one without partner, a statement which sincere devotion is made to be its interpretation. Hearts guarantee its continuation, and illuminated in the minds is its sensibility. He who cannot be perceived with vision, neither be described with tongues, nor can imagination surround His state. He originated things but not from anything that existed before them, and created them without examples to follow. Rather, He created them with His might and dispersed them according to His will. Not for a need did He create them, nor for a benefit for Him did He shape them, but to establish His wisdom, bring attention to His obedience, manifest His might, lead His creatures to humbly venerate Him, and to exalt His decrees. He then made the reward for His obedience and punishment for His disobedience, so as to protect His creatures from His wrath and amass them into His paradise. I too bear witness that my father, Mohammed, is His slave and messenger, whom He chose prior to sending him, named him before sending him, when creatures were still concealed in that which was transcendental, guarded from that which was appalling and associated with the termination and non-existence. For Allah the Exalted knew that which was to follow, comprehended that which will come to pass, and realized the place of every event. Allah has sent him Mohammed, PBUP, as perfection for His commands, a resolution to accomplish His rule, and an implementation of the decrees of His mercy. So He found the nations to vary in their faiths, obsessed by their fires, worshipping their idols, and denying Allah despite their knowledge of Him. Therefore, Allah illuminated their darkness with my father, Mohammed, PBUP, uncovered obscurity from their hearts, and cleared the clouds from their insights. He revealed guidance among the people, so He delivered them from being led astray, led them away from misguidance, guided them to the proper religion, and called them to the straight path. Allah then chose to recall him back in mercy, love, and preference. So Mohammed, PBUP, is in comfort from the burden of this world. He is surrounded with devoted angels, the satisfaction of the merciful Lord, and the nearness of the powerful King. So may the praise of Allah be upon my father, His prophet, trusted one, the chosen one from among His creatures, and His sincere friend, and may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Fatima, S.A., then turned to the crowd and said, One, surely you are Allah's slaves at His command prohibition. You are the bearers of His religion and revelation. You are Allah's trusted ones with yourselves, and His messengers to the nations. Amongst you does He have righteous authority, a covenant He brought unto you, and an heir He left to guard you. That is the eloquent book of Allah, the truthful Quran, the brilliant light, the shining beam. Its insights are indisputable, its secrets are revealed, its indications are manifest, and its followers are blessed by it. The Quran leads its adherents to goodwill, and hearing it leads to salvation. With it are the bright divine authorities achieved, His manifest determination acquired, His prohibited decrees avoided, His manifest evidence recognized, His satisfying proofs made apparent, His permissions granted, and His laws written. So Allah made belief to be purification for you from polytheism. He made prayer and exaltation for you from conceit. Alms a purification for the soul and a cause of growth in subsistence. Fasting an implantation of devotion. Pilgrimage a construction of religion. Justice a harmony of the hearts, obeying us al-Bayt management of the nation. Our leadership al-Bayt, safeguard from disunity. Jihad struggle, a strengthening of Islam. Patience, a helping course for deserving divine reward. Ordering goodness amr by maruf public welfare. Kindness to the parents, a safeguard from wrath. Maintaining close relations with one's kin, a cause for a longer life and multiplying the number of descendants. Retaliation, kesses, sparing blood souls. Fulfillment of vows, subjecting oneself to mercy. completion of weights and measures, a cause for preventing the neglect of others' rights, forbiddance of drinking wine, an exaltation from atrocity, avoiding slander, a veil from curse, 2. Abandoning theft, a reason for deserving chastity. Allah has also prohibited polytheism so that one can devote himself to his lordship. Therefore, fear Allah as he should be feared, and die not except in a state of Islam. Obey Allah in that which he has commanded you to do and that which he has forbidden, for surely those truly fear among his servants who have knowledge. Lady Fatima Zahra, A.S., then added, O people, be informed that I am Fatima, and my father is Mohammed. Pbuh. I say that repeatedly and initiate it continually. I say not what I say mistakenly, nor do I do what I do aimlessly. Now hath come unto you an apostle from amongst yourselves. It grieves him that you should perish. Ardently anxious is he over you. To the believers he is most kind and merciful. Thus, if you identify and recognize him, you shall realize that he is my father and not the father of any of your women, the brother of my cousin, Ali A.S., rather than any of your men. What an excellent identity he was. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him and his descendants. Thus, he propagated the message, by coming out openly with the warning and while inclined away from the path of the polytheists, whom he struck their strength and seized their throats, while he invited all to the way of his Lord with wisdom and beautiful preaching. He destroyed idols and defeated heroes until their group fled and turned their backs. So night revealed its dawn, righteousness uncovered its genuineness. The voice of the religious authority spoke out loud. The evil discords were silenced. The crown of hypocrisy was diminished. The tightening of infidelity and desertion were untied, so you spoke the statement of devotion amongst a band of starved ones, and you were on the edge of a hole of fire. You were the drink of the thirsty one, the opportunity of the desiring one, the firebrand of him who passes in haste, the step for feet. You used to drink from the water gathered on roads, eat jerked meat. Lady Fatima, A.S., was stating their lowly situation before Islam. You were despised outcasts, always in fear of abduction from those around you. Yet Allah rescued you through my father, Mohammed, Pbuh, after much ado, and after he was confronted by mighty men, the Arab beasts, and the demons of the people of the book who, whenever they ignited the fire of war, Allah extinguished it. And whenever the thorn of the devil appeared, or a mouth of the polytheists opened wide in defiance, he, Pbuh, would strike its discords with his brother, Ali A.S., who comes not back until he treads its wing with the sole of his feet and extinguishes its flames with his sword. Ali is diligent in Allah's affair, near to the messenger of Allah, a master among Allah's worshippers, setting to work briskly, sincere in his advice, earnest and exerting himself in service to Islam. While you were calm and feeling safe in your comfortable lives, waiting for us to meet disasters, awaiting the spread of news, you fell back during every battle and took to your heels at times of fighting. Yet when Allah chose his prophet 3 from the dwell of his prophets, and the abode of his sincere servants, the thorns of hypocrisy appeared on you, the garment of faith became worn out, the misguided ignorant spoke out, the sluggish ignorant came to the front and brayed. The he-camel of the vain wiggled his tail in your courtyards, and your courtyards and the devil stuck his head from its place of hiding and called upon you. He found you responsive to his invitation and observing his deceits. He then aroused you and found you quick to answer him, and invited you to wrath, therefore. You branded other than your camels and proceeded to other than your drinking places. Then, while the era of the prophet was still near, the gash was still wide, the scar had not yet healed, and the messenger was not yet buried. A quick undertaking, as you claimed, aimed at preventing discord trial. Surely they have fallen into trial already, and indeed hell surrounds the unbelievers. How preposterous. What an idea, what a falsehood. For Allah's book is still amongst you, its affairs are apparent, its rules are manifest, its signs are dazzling, its restrictions are visible, and its commands are evident. Yet, indeed, you have casted it behind your backs. What? Do you detest it? Or according to something else you wish to rule, evil would be the exchange for the wrongdoers. And if anyone desires a religion other than Islam, submission to Allah, it never will it be accepted from him, and in the hereafter he will be in the ranks of those who have lost. Surely you have not waited until its stampede ceased, and it became obedient. You then started arousing its flames, instigating its coal, complying with the call of the misled devil, quenching the light of the manifest religion, and extinguished the light of the sincere prophet. You concealed sips on froth and proceeded towards his the prophet, kin and children in swamps and forests, meaning you plot against them in deceitful ways. But we are patient with you as if we are being notched with knives and stung by spearheads in our abdomens. Yet now you claim that there is not inheritance for us. What? Do they then seek after a judgment of the days of ignorance? But how, for a people whose faith is assured, can give better judgment than Allah? Don't you know? Yes, indeed it is obvious to you that I am his daughter. O Muslims, will my inheritance be usurped? O son of Abu Quhafa, where is it in the book of Allah that you inherit your father and I do not inherit mine? Surely you have come up with an unprecedented thing. Do you intentionally abandon the book of Allah and cast it behind your back? Do you not read where it says, "And Sulayman inherited Dawood"? And when it narrates the story of Zachariah and says, "So give me an heir as from thyself, one that will inherit me, and inherit the posterity of Yaqub," and, "But kindred by hood have prior rights against each other in the book of Allah," and, "Allah thus directs you as regards your children's inheritance to the male, a portion equal to that of 2 females, and, if he leaves any goods, that he make a bequest to parents and next of kin, according to reasonable usage." This is due from the pious ones. You claim that I have no share, and that I do not inherit my father. For what? Did Allah reveal a Quranic verse regarding you from which he excluded my father? Or do you say, "These Fatima and her father are the people of 2 faiths, they do not inherit each other"? Are we not, me and my father, a people adhering to one faith? Or is it that you have more knowledge about the specifications and generalizations of the Quran than my father and my cousin, Imam Ali? So here you are, take it, ready with its nose rope and saddled, but if shall encounter you on the day of gathering. Thus, what a wonderful judge is Allah, a claimant is Mohammed, and a day is the day of rising. At the time of the hour shall the wrongdoers lose, and it shall not benefit you to regret your actions. Then, for every message, there is a time limit, and soon shall you know who will be inflicted with torture that will humiliate him, and who will be confronted by an everlasting punishment. Fatima, S.A., then turned towards the Ansars and said, "O you people of intellect, the strong supporters of the nation, and those who embraced Islam, what is this shortcoming in defending my right? And what is this slumber while you see injustice being done towards me? Did not the messenger of Allah, PBUH, my father, used to say, 'A man is upheld, remembered by his children'? Oh, how quick have you violated his orders? How soon have you plotted against us? But you still are capable of helping me in my attempt and powerful to help me in that which I request and in my pursuit of it. Or do you say, 'Mohammed PBUH has perished'? Surely this is a great calamity, its damage is excessive. Its injury is great, its wound is much too deep to heal. The earth became darkened with his departure, the stars eclipsed for his calamity, hopes were seized, mountains submitted, sanctity was violated, and holiness was encroached upon after his death. Therefore this, by Allah, is the great affliction, and the grand calamity. There is not an affliction which is the like of it, nor will there be a sudden misfortune as surprising as this. The book of Allah excellent in praising him announced in the courtyards of your houses, in the place where you spend your evenings and mornings. A call, a cry, a recitation, and verses in order. It had previously came upon his Allah's prophets and messengers, for it is a decree final and a predestination fulfilled. Mohammed is not but an apostle. Many were the apostles that passed away before him, if he died or was slain. Will ye then turn back on your heels? If any did turn back on his heel, not the least harm will he do to Allah, but Allah, on the other hand, will swiftly reward those who serve him with gratitude. O you people of reflection, will I be usurped the inheritance of my father while you hear and see me? And while you are sitting and gathered around me, you hear my call and are included in the news of the affair, but you are numerous and well equipped. You have the means and the power and the weapons and the shields. Yet the call reaches you, but you do not answer. The cry comes to you, but you do not come to help. This, while you are characterized by 5 struggle known for goodness and welfare, the selected group, which was chosen, and the best ones chosen by the messenger, PBUH for us all obeyed. You fought the Arabs, bore with pain and exhaustion, struggled against the nations, and resisted their heroes. We were still, so were you in ordering you and you in obeying us. So that Islam became triumphant, the accomplishment of the days came near, the fort of polytheism was subjected, the outburst of fabrication subsided, the flames of infidelity calmed down, and the system of religion was well ordered. Thus, why have you become confused after clearness, conceal matters after announcing them, turned on your heels after daring, associated others with Allah after believing? Will you not fight people who violated their oaths, plotted to expel the apostle and became aggressive by being the first to assault you? Do ye fear them? Nay, it is Allah whom you should more justly fear if you believe. Nevertheless, I see that you are inclined to easy living, dismissed he who is more worthy of guardianship, Ali As. You secluded yourselves with meekness and dismissed that which you accepted. Yet if you show ingratitude, you and all on earth together, yet Allah free of all wants worthy of all praise. Surely I have said all that I have said with full knowledge that you intend to forsake me, and knowing the betrayal which your heart sensed. But it is the state of soul, the effusion of fury, the dissemination of what is the chest and the presentation of the proof hence. Here it is. Bag it, leadership, and put it on the back of an ill she-camel, which has a thin hump with everlasting grace, marked with the wrath of Allah, and the blame of ever which leads to the fire of the wrath of Allah kindled to a blaze, that which doth mount right to the hearts. For Allah witnesses what you do, and soon will the unjust assailants know what vicissitudes their affairs will take. And I am the daughter of a warner, the prophet Pbuh, to you against a severe punishment. So act and so will we, and we shall wait.